guys, Katy Huller here with KidsCanReadAndWrite.com. Today I want to talk to you about something that a lot of parents have been asking me about. What should they do during the summer with their kids? Generally, there are two different modes of thought. One mode of thought is keep working. Another mode of thought is forget everything school related and just let their kids be kids and just have fun for a while. After all, they've been working really, really hard. And don't they deserve a break? Of course they do. But here's the thing, guys. If you have kids with memory issues, the kids who learn and forget, and you know that after a few weeks, they tend to forget things. Well, taking the summer off to just play and have fun probably is not going to be doing your child any favors. So think of it like if your child is just begging you, please, please, no more tutoring, no more school, nothing. I just want to have fun all summer. That's kind of like them saying, please, can I just have junk food and candy all summer, right? Because taking a break off, a total break off, for a kid who has memory issues means that summer slide is going to begin. And what is the summer slide? I like to call it slowly forgetting important details every day. And that's what happens when you have what I like to call a neat freak brain. That's a brain that once it realizes you're no longer using information that's being stored in it, it goes through and donates it or gives it away, right? Clears it out, cleans it out. It's a neat freak brain. It doesn't like a lot of clutter, and anything not being used, out it goes. I had a friend like that. Her husband actually would walk around with a hefty bag, and anything the kids or his wife, they weren't using anymore, he would put in the hefty bag and then he would donate it. Now, some of those things they still really wanted, and they were like, hey, what happened to my guitar? Or what happened to my bike, or what happened to whatever it was? And he said he got rid of it because they weren't using it. Well, that's what a lot of dyslexic brains do. They tend to clean up the brain frequently. So whatever is not being used for a couple weeks gets put in that hefty bag and donated. So if you don't want your child to forget over the summer, but you know that they learn and forget, it's not a great idea to take that whole summer off. So here's what you could do instead. You could have morning study time, right? That's where you cover your reading practice, your writing practice, and maybe a tiny bit of math. Now, this doesn't need to take a long time. You can get all of those things done in less than an hour, say. Maybe you spend a little more time if you need to. But let's say an hour and a half tops, okay? 30 minutes per subject. Well, now you've covered everything. You're keeping everything fresh by reviewing what your child learned or was supposed to learn the year before, or maybe you're helping them move forward, teaching them new things that they're going to be exposed to so they're ready for it this year when they get there. And then you let them go play with their friends and do whatever it is they want to do after that. Have summer fun, right? An hour and a half, done, go have summer fun. Versus if you pick option B and just have summer fun, nothing's reminding them of what they learned. So guess what's happening? It's out, right? Slowly, that information they worked so hard to get is going to drain out. Now, if you have a child who has a fantastic memory, well, they're probably not going to lose that much. This is the biggest concern for the kids who struggle in school, who it takes a lot of work just to gain the information in the first place, and then who you know tends to forget it shortly afterward. Those kids are at the highest risk. And those are the kids who generally want the total break the most. So you have to decide for them what is really in their best interest. Is it to just have fun and pretend like there's no problem with it, kind of like just gorging on junk food, right? Or is it to eat the healthy food first and then have, a little bit of a treat after that? You're going to have to decide, because of course your kids want what feels the best. A total break, just having fun, not having to worry about any of that learning that causes them distress, right? But what's really best for them? My favorite plan is read a little, write a little, and do a little math each day. And that kind of keeps everything going. And if they're doing well with everything, move them slightly forward and keep them growing. And that's what I did with my own kids. And that's what I recommend you do with your kids. So I hope this helps. Watch out for that summer slide. Remember, if you do nothing all summer, don't expect to be where you are right now or where your kids are right now. They're bound to dip down, okay? The brain's just gonna struggle to remember a lot of that stuff. It works so hard to learn if it's not using it. So if you want to keep it, if you want to help your kids keep it, make sure you keep them practicing over the summer. And how much they practice has a big part to do with how well they'll be prepared when they go back to school. So it's one of those things, it may be hard, but it's going to be hard to go back to school not knowing how to do a lot of the stuff they used to know. It's going to be hard to work during the summer, but you got to choose your hard, right? You got to choose your hard. And you can make it fun. It doesn't have to be hard. You can pick books. You can take them to the library. Let them pick out the books they want to read. You can help them do little activities that remind them of the tricks to reading so that they can sound out their words easily. And if they haven't learned how to read yet, if they haven't really learned the tricks yet, or they just started before school ended and now you're afraid they're going to slide backwards, well, you can teach them how to read yourself. You do not have to wait on the school to do that. You can get the Black Belt Reading Program. It will walk you through step by step all those tricks to reading that your kids need to know to sound out words effectively. If they can't sound out words quickly and effectively right now, get the Black Belt Reading Program. It'll walk you through how letters and sounds work together to make words, what you need to teach in the order you need to teach it, and it will give you all the pages you need so that you can practice those skills with your child until they've had enough practice to really get that information in. And because it is cumulative, like it keeps building over the weeks, they don't have a chance to forget what they've learned. If they do, you can quickly go back and review an old packet to really cement it in again. But they should see it week after week after week, which helps it stay in instead of ending up in that hefty bag and getting donated. So anyway, guys, I hope if you're trying to decide right now, should you work during the summer? Should you forget everything in the summer? Just let your kids be kids. I hope this helps you figure out which one to pick. I would always do a little bit of work and a lot of fun rather than no work at all. And just remember that other kids are working hard during the summer, and so that achievement gap widens even further for the kids who keep working versus the kids who take a total break. One's moving forward, one's moving backwards. You can see how that would not be great for your child when they go back. Now, what does that do to their self-esteem and confidence? Well, it lowers it if they're in the group that did nothing all summer. So remember, just because your kid is begging you to do nothing doesn't mean that you should listen to him or her. Do what's best for your child. Keep them learning and growing in a fun way. It doesn't need to be grueling. Keep it fun. Keep it books they love to read. Help them come up with fun writing activities, writing fun stories, maybe writing thank you notes over the summer or postcards if you're traveling, or letters to their favorite friends or relatives. Maybe they're texting and you're helping them learn to spell words as they text. Maybe they're making lists for you as you get ready to go to the grocery store. It doesn't have to be work. They just need to keep doing it. So keep them reading, keep them writing, and keep them doing math. Because believe it or not, math scores dip down even more than reading and writing scores over the summer. And that's probably because kids have less access naturally to math than they do for reading and writing. Because most parents, let's face it, make their kids at least read one book over the summer. So remember, read a little, write a little, and do a little math. And my favorite type of math are word problems to make sure your kids understand not just how to add or subtract or multiply or divide, but how to actually think through those processes and know which one is needed when. So word problems are my biggest recommendation. So hope this helps, guys. Have a great day and keep working this summer, but make it fun. Hope to see you soon.